Wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up.
Good morning. Good morning, Barbados. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, morning, morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, Barbados. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, Barbados. Good morning.
Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Morning to you.
And I join the chorus in saying to all of you, good morning, welcome to today. It's a terrific Thursday in Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean. If you're watching from across the globe, eat your heart out. This is where life is lived. I'm Pearson Bowen, welcome you to another edition of Morning Barbados today. Today, the 12th of March, 2026. And again, to those of you watching us on our streams on Facebook, YouTube, or our website, cbc.bb, a very special good morning to all of you. I encourage you every single day to share the show. We're building community as we share one with the other, and then also as you talk among yourselves, talk to us as well. We love to read your comments. And of course, if you know of something or someone or a story that needs to be told by us, tell us about it. You know it, so tell us about it. Be your partner in this by sending us an email. The email address is morninbarbados@cbc.bb, morninbarbados@cbc.bb. And to those who do, we say thanks. For those of you thinking whether you should, we say yes. Go ahead, hit send, and we're good to go. It's the 12th, and so today is the birthday of my Aunt Daphne Springer. Marks another birthday today, and so to you today, Daphne, good morning. Happy birthday to you. Here's hoping that you have a beautiful today, as after all, you are a beautiful person. And so the entire family, friends, the church family included, extends the absolute best to you today. Keep smiling, keep shining. Also, I want to remind you that coming up next Friday, the 20th of March, we shall all be rocking our socks as we stand with the Barbados Down Syndrome Association. Again, the theme, Together Against Loneliness. That's the theme. And so you rock your socks. So this weekend, you can head to Sheraton Mall from 1 in the afternoon. They're having this space right there where they're selling socks. Your donation by the purchase of a sock or socks really goes a very long way to assisting the association. So this weekend on Saturday, we're going to Sheraton Mall from 1. This weekend at Sky Mall from the same time, 1 till 6 in the evening, we are going to be there and we're giving support to the Barbados Down Syndrome Association. So rock your socks. And next week, Friday, as you wear your beautiful multicolored matched socks, take a picture of them and send it to us, you in your socks. Send those pictures to us by our email address, morninbarbados@cbc.bb, and we will be celebrating with the association. We will be celebrating with you. We are, after all, one community, and I encourage you to stand in support with the Barbados Association Against Down Syndrome. Q in the community. After all, it's Q Day. Today is Thursday, so where shall Q in the community be? Look at your screen. That's where we're headed today. We're headed to Rice's Playing Field today for today's edition of Q in the community. Remember, we start at 11. The broadcast starts at 12 noon on Q 100.7 FM. And if you're taking it by bus, then you go to gate number 1 at the Granville Williams Terminal. Gate number 1, and Dario Hope, he is your bus driver. Dario will take you there safely. Dario will take you back to the terminals as well. So just show up and let's come to have a good time at Rice's Playing Field today for today's edition of Q in the community. We have a lot to share with you this morning, indeed, on Morning Barbados. We're continuing our journey through the faculties at the UWI, the Faculty of Culture, Creative and Performing Arts, as well as the Faculty of Social Sciences. This morning we're focusing on the department looking at theatre, and also the department looking at government, sociology, social work, and psychology. And there's a lot of which we can avail ourselves at the university. So we'll share with you what's possible for you and how to make that possible for you. Also today, the Barbados Boy Scouts Association continues this month to mark its 114th anniversary. They'll share with us some of the other activities they have planned as we continue celebrating with them this milestone. We are rewriting our money journey this morning. It doesn't stop here. And so one of our lifetime coaches will join us and she will share with us how we begin unraveling the mystery around money and how we rewrite that money journey so we have a greater appreciation of the relationship that we have with money. It's open day at the amateur radio Historic Society of Barbados tomorrow. And so today they'll join us to tell us what we can expect tomorrow when we visit their compound and how we engage with the equipment that keeps us all connected in the event of an emergency or need. A Bajan animator is online and they will join us to share with us a little bit more about their education, their journey, and why they've taken this up. They are it's the recipient of an exhibition, and why did they use that opportunity to go into animation? They'll talk to us a little bit more about that and why other young people should also be a part of it. Road tennis, or indigenous sport, we look at this morning as well because there's a coaching opportunity. There's an opportunity for those of you, and it's a big sport, to really formalize the game. And so we'll talk to them a little bit about that in just a moment. And before we're done, we're also exploring the BIM, the Barbados Arts Festival, which is on this month, the activities that are coming up, and we'll meet those ladies from the all-female drum collective. A lot to look forward to, as you can tell, right? But let's get started with Barbados indigenous sport, road tennis. It's a sport I played as a little boy growing up. It's a sport I moved away from because the knees could no longer bear it up. But I became a spectator thereof. And so what are the opportunities provided to any of you who are in the sport of road tennis? We're joined this morning by Stephen Griffith, who is the United Road Tennis and the coaching unit. He's of that. Stephen, good morning. You are the...
I'm just the facilitator for the sport.
Oh, the facilitator for the sport?
Yes.
Dale Clark, however, is the founder and president of the Professional Road Tennis Association. And you're also the road tennis czar for Barbados.
Yes, I am.
That's a big one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's start with you, Dale.
Yes, go ahead.
Talk to me a little bit about road tennis and what you see as the potential for road tennis.
Road tennis is a unique sport. It expresses the resilience of Barbadians and rooted deeply in our culture, and it's our gift to the world. The potential is, I compare it to football because it's an inclusive sport. It does not rule out anyone. As long as you have a flat surface, you don't require a lot of infrastructure, so anyone from any social demographic background could play road tennis.
Any, either gender too, male or female playing?
Male or female.
Exactly, and
Yes.
you're right, the cost structure is very low. You
Yeah,
build your
very low.
some board, get your rackets, get your middle, what do you call that?
Net.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you draw and you go.
Yeah.
And so
Correct.
you get involved in the sport. And over time, you've seen the development of the sport, and more people are coming into the sport.
Yeah, more and more people are getting interested. The government, they have backed us in trying to get the sport global. So we've been to Africa, we've been to Europe. Stephen, he's done an excellent job in North America, Canada. So it has a lot of potential, especially for employment, because, you know, everyone is not going to be white-collared and academic. So when you have the opportunity now to broaden the scope for for employment, where now you have the opportunity for coaching, you have the opportunity for players. So it's basically developing a sporting industry within the sporting industry. So tremendous potential.
Indeed. Stephen, you know, when I played,
Yes.
because you still play, much younger, we were just having fun.
Yes.
But we're taking it seriously now.
Yes.
Because it has the potential to be a global sport and perhaps one to be an Olympic sport as well. And
Yes.
so getting the techniques right. Are
Yes.
you into coaching?
Yes, I am.
So what do you coach? What do you teach?
Well, coaching in Canada is completely different than Barbados because when I go to the schools and community centers, these kids, they never heard about Barbados, they never heard about the game. So it's a different program that I have to set. So I actually work with Dale. This is 3 years, taking the programs for him and introducing them and actually modifying any programs I got, and I always work with Dale. So it's kind of hard, but I'm getting it, just tweaking it.
So you modify and tweak and then take and transplant it to the Canadian community?
Yes.
And are they biting at the bit?
Yes, they are. Yes.
They're getting it?
Yes, the school board and community centers. I actually was at the Toronto Parks and Recs for the whole Black History Month, and we got into some community centers, and we actually have a space. I actually opened an academy in Toronto, so we trying to develop it. So honestly, I think that the only way that it could actually go forward is we work collectively, because pickleball have grown, but it's only grown because it was united work.
Indeed. And so, Dale, with this bond that you both guys have, the opportunities for them to come see how we do it, it's all well and good to adapt to their community, but
Yeah.
this is the way we play it.
Yeah, but precisely that. So that gives the opportunity now for our sports tourism product as a country, because as I has mentioned to Stephen in numerous conversations, is that when it's developed, that we invite persons from his programs into Barbados, and that's just something that we will replicate around the world to get persons coming in to show our sports tourism product. Also, what we are looking at now with the coaching opportunities is accreditation. That's a very integral part to get the sport developed. So I have some conversations with Dr. Rudy Ali at university. So we're working on that there to get the accreditation done so that we could export our coaches similar to what Cuba does. Cuba export their coaches. So we're going to be exporting our coaches around the world, you know, to promote and create the employment for them. And also, as the sport goes around the world, it lends now to the development of different leagues. So you have, like, see how they have the ATP tour. You can have that tour in road tennis where that our local players could go and make a living from the sport.
In terms of documentation of the rules of the game and the sport as we've known it over these centuries now, has that or is that being done?
Yes, that's been done quite recently, because, as I say, also as the czar for the road tennis, we are in the process of setting up the International Road Tennis Federation. So the legal aspect of those those concerns have been sorted.
That's good to hear. And so in Canada, Stephen,
Yes.
the young, all ages, all demographics are also...
Yes, you actually do it. Yeah, so what we're doing this year is that we're actually collaborating with a Calypso band. There's a Bajan band called Lax Carnival. So we're actually having crop over in Toronto. Right, so we're featuring road tennis as culture, because what we actually do is, me and Dale always spoke about it, we also try to sell it as culture, our culture, not just a sport.
That's smart. That's
Yes.
really smart. You're being clever.
Yes.
Indeed. And so it opens up conversation while you're engaging with people about Barbados.
Yes.
And about why they need to come to Barbados as well. And so in talking to them, what sense do you get that they do know about Barbados?
Well, I educate them about Barbados, the history of road tennis, and actually me and Dale, we was trying to work, this is 3 years, we're trying to actually have a culture and sports exchange program with Canada and Barbados. So we're actually working on that.
Almost there, Dale? This is 3 years now.
It's almost there. It's almost there. You see, there's a lot that has to be done road tennis as we export it. Because remember, when pickleball came to the world, everything was in order.
Yeah.
So things like standardization of the equipment. So I have a partnership with the #1 table tennis equipment producer in India, Style Global. So they're now working with us to produce the racket. So we have a standard racket that we'll be rolling out later this year, along with the ball, the nets, the equipment. So those are things. So yes, we're excited for these things to happen, but you have to have everything in order first.
Indeed.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's the biggest thing now, getting everything in order, and we are on track. I think we are going to be, we are going to achieve a lot of goals because we have set milestones. We are rolling out in the Caribbean. We'll be visiting St. Lucia shortly. Grenada is already in St. Vincent. We introduced it in St. Vincent a couple of years ago because we want to have a strong regional circuit as well, and then we export it to the world.
I'm as excited as you about the opportunities that are flowing from road tennis alone. But you've come a long way and you're doing really, really well about that. Because one day coming soon, perhaps in my lifetime, we'll have that regional tournament.
Yes.
And then we have the World Championship.
Yes.
If America can say it, we can say it too. The World Championships in road tennis as well. And so, you know, I'm excited about what happens there. The coaching continues in Canada. Are you hoping eventually to be able to, in your coaching of the coaches, the teaching of the coaches?
Yes, that's what me and Dale actually working on.
Right, to take the sport into other places as well.
Yes. So that instead of we just, we got level 1 coaches in Canada, so that Barbados could go actually as technical directors for the sports and not just a regular coach.
Right.
So you'll be an advanced coach from Barbados, and then you'll be coaching, teaching the coaches, right? So they'll be level 1.
We have viewers in Canada as well, and they're probably asking this question, but I didn't know that this is happening. So in Canada, how can people get to know more so that they can also come?
Well, we have our Instagram is Road Tennis Canada, and we United Road Tennis and Coaching, and we actually advocate for the communities and the schools. So it's easy to get to us in Canada.
And it's easy to get to you as well, Dale.
Yeah.
Very much so. PRTA on the
Because we can't do it
PRTA
alone.
Global on IG.
Okay.
Yeah, we cannot do it alone. We have to do it collectively.
Together, indeed. And so together we are creating magic across the world through our indigenous sport of road tennis. Again, we played it just for fun, but we're taking it quite seriously now because
Yes.
the world has its eyes on us, and we are going to capitalize on this. And so Dale Clark, as the founder and president of the Professional Road Tennis Association, also Barbados Road Tennis Czar, is focused on this, and in a matter of moments we will have it really finally finalized in association with the UWI. Stephen Griffith, while in Canada, is coaching and building another cadre of people who are exporting the sport through what they know. Gentlemen, thank you so much for what you do.
Thank you,
and
friend.
keep
Thank
doing
you.
well.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Thanks.
We're coming back with more on Morning Barbados in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources, He'll give you the people. Not only will He equip you with ideas, but He will equip you with favor, as He did Nehemiah.
Turn on the latest episode of Infinite Possibilities, only on CBC TV8, every Sunday at 1:30 p.m., sponsored by Covenant Life Teaching Center.
Welcome to Nature's Discount, the ultimate health food store. At Nature's Discount, we have thousands of quality products at great prices.
Hi guys, Dottie here with Nature's Discount, and today we are talking about solar ray, microbiome, probiotics, and why you should be taking them.
And we have well over 3,000 amazing products to help you get healthy.
For your health tips, tune in to CBC TV8 every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday for Nature's Discount, sponsored by Get Healthy Incorporated.
98.1 The One, your number one party station. With an audience from 18 to 40, we keep you engaged, energized, and entertained. Choose 98.1 FM, The One.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
18 minutes past the hour now. We're back to another one of a local endeavor, but it's a regional endeavor and an international one. And so there is an open house tomorrow for you to get to know more about the Barbados Amateur Radio Society and what they do, the instruments they use, and why it's such a critical component of our society and our community. So to tell us more about this today is the Secretary Treasurer in Michael Williams, and with him is a past President, Basil Yearwood. Gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning.
Tomorrow is the day that we do it again. And I say it like that deliberately because we've opened before. What was the response last time?
The response was good, and we are expecting an even better response tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah.
So tomorrow, what time to what time?
Tomorrow is from 10 until 4.
10 to 4
Yes.
at your headquarters?
At the headquarters located Oxnard's Mill, Oxnard St. James. That's the pink building just off the West Star School, going further north.
And so tomorrow when we come as adults and probably as children as well, what are we engaging with?
Well, there are a number of events that we have planned. A number of booths have different aspects of amateur radio, how it is done. We have VHF, we have AHF Global Communications, that's the AHF spectrum of the band. We have fox hunting, we have, after fox hunting, we have also a number of other booths that will be displaying the aspects of amateur radio that we perform during the course of our duties.
Wow, and there's so much you do. And there's so many reasons why you do what you do. And I really want teachers and parents who are listening right now to use tomorrow as another teaching example, another teachable moment. Bring the children to the Amateur Radio Society of Barbados headquarters and get to see what the equipment is, get a taste of why communication is so critical. And so to answer that question, Basil, why is it important to maintain the Barbados Amateur Radio Society and the work that you do?
I will say this, prefacing my remarks. When all else fails, amateur radio works. I say that to say that outside of the government agencies, we are the only other entity which is able to transmit a signal locally, regionally, and internationally at will. Right? The equipment used for these exercises are not very expensive. You do not need a lot of power to do so. A lot of it depends on Mother Nature. When I say Mother Nature, atmospheric conditions. There are situations where when Mother Nature is conducive, 1 watt will get you around the world, and the other occasions when you could use 1,000 watts, you'll get no further than the top of your antenna.
Really? Wow. Because I can reach the moon if I try really hard. Just kidding you. And so that's what you'll be exploring tomorrow with us when we come to the open, to see what equipment is used or is being used, the changes over time in equipment to be able to reach further and to get in more power and to get it out there indeed, and why anyone should be a part. So for those who are contemplating whether they should be a part of the Barbados Amateur Radio Society, what would they need to be able to do so, Michael?
Well, under the conditions are that you can make an application to become a member, an associate member. There's a process you go through if you want to get your license. And a license, the process is a course of study for approximately 3 to 6 months, depending on what level license you are planning to have. And after that period is over, there's an exam set by the telecoms unit through the auspices of the Amateur Radio Society of Barbados, who is responsible for setting and correcting it. And then who are successful, they will be given licenses for the different categories of license that they're won.
And it's structured that way, Basil, because it's an important tool, and it's not to be played with, it's not to be trifled with at all. It's to be taken quite seriously.
Yeah. It's a very disciplined hobby, and once upon a time there's only one license, which was the 8 Papa 6 license. There were no other licenses, and some persons had difficulty with the Morse code. And with time, we made applications to the authorities, and they decided that they would give us a 3-tier system. The first one is 8P4, which gives you VHF privileges 80 and 40 meters. And you're limited to 100 watts. The 8P5 license gives you the same VHF, but you also get all HF privileges, but you're limited to 100 watts. The 8P6 gives you everything, but you are limited to 500 watts. Right? So that therefore you can pick where you want to start, and with the new structure you can, as you get more familiar with the hobby, you can expand your horizons and climb the chain. But the problem is that it is a very disciplined hobby. There are rules and regulations which must be adhered to at all times. And many persons consider it's only a hobby, but it's not just a hobby, it's a very serious thing. So a lot of people are not appreciative of the fact that you cannot come and do what you like and when you like and how you like. And therein lies our major problem.
Yeah, it's not a telephone. You're just picking up a call somebody else somewhere across the world because you felt like it. And so that's the kind of exposure we'll have tomorrow. Tomorrow when we come to the Amateur Radio Society of Barbados headquarters in Oxnard, there, look at your screen. It's an interactive field there where all of us will get to explore the diverse world of amateur radio communications. So together, let's explore the world indeed. And so for more information, look at the bottom right. You can see how on socials, they're very, very active. You can make yourselves available and get to know a whole lot more. We see on the screen as well some children who came, and so I really want the school children to come in numbers, really come tomorrow. It's a whole long day from 9 o'clock to 4. Use this as a teachable moment of your day tomorrow, teachers. Bring the children to see communication at work and what it takes for them to be a part of the world of amateur radio, indeed, in Barbados. And so, with that said, lunch will be served, lunch and food will be available. I'm spending the day.
Some types of refreshments will be there. Thank for you, tomorrow.
Appreciate it.
We have took the time to invite most of the primary schools in close proximity to the area, along with the Boy Scouts and Girls Guides. And I think you mentioned not long ago the Boy Scouts celebrating the 80-some years.
114.
114 years, sorry. So we are expecting some of the all may not be able to come because of different circumstances, but we are expecting that most of them will try to make an effort, and the residents from the area, nearby area, Oxnards and husbands will also be able to come by.
And me from St. Lucie. And so it's an open day.
Oh, yeah, they
So-
have all the time.
All the time, yeah. And so therefore, anyone, if you have the time, take the time to go into Oxnards tomorrow and explore the world of amateur radio in Barbados and see for yourself how it works, because I'm sure there will be demonstrations as well as opportunities for questions to be right.
yeah.
So you watch and see how it works. You ask all those questions that you think you need to have answers to. You get guidance on how you can become qualified operators of the amateur radio. And so this is really an opportunity for you to come tomorrow to get a whole lot more information. So, gentlemen, I want to thank you.
Thank you for having
Michael
us.
and Basil. and I hope, if it be the will of the Lord, I'll see you again next year. We'll be doing this again.
Well, yes, that's a good policy. More than likely we'll have some younger ones coming.
Some
young blood.
Well, you guys are young yourselves, but some younger bloods. But thank you so much for joining us today.
All right.
All the best. All the best.
Thanks.
You're welcome. We'll take a break right here. We're coming back in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
98.1 The One, your number one party station. With an audience from 18 to 40, we keep you engaged, energized, and entertained. Choose 98.1 FM, The One.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, depressed, or lonely and have no one to talk to, call Lifeline Barbados. We all face struggles at times in our lives. You're not alone. There's no need to feel ashamed or embarrassed. It's okay to reach out for support. Lifeline Barbados is completely confidential. No one else will know you called. They're there to offer a caring ear and guidance without judgment. And fellas, I want you to know asking for help is a true sign of strength. It takes real courage to reach out. You can also call Lifeline Barbados if you're worried about loved ones who are struggling and you need advice on how to support them. There's a saying, a problem shared is a problem halved, but not everyone has someone they can confide in. That's why Lifeline Barbados exists, to be there for you or someone you care about during tough times. Save this number. Lifeline Barbados is just a call away. Remember, you can reach out whenever you need to talk.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Week after week, Skold presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution grabs the viewer with extraordinary images and stories and takes him into fascinating worlds which he experiences here exclusively and up close. We're there when companies and specialists develop super satellites for a global network in space and can look behind the scenes. Skold is a window to everything that is there or is yet to come. Fly with us through time to better understand today and tomorrow. You've always wanted that. Skold, a look into the future.
Our world today is not the world God wants it to be. One of the reasons, which will surprise many, is that our planet, its governments, and its peoples are all living under the weight of Satan's rule. From the beginning of mankind's existence to today, human history is the written record of what it means to live under the rule of the devil. Yet that rule is coming to an end, and what a difference that will make.
Every Sunday at 9 a.m. on CBC TV 8, tune in for Tomorrow's World.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
29 minutes now to the hour of 7 o'clock. We are continuing this week on this Thursday morning exploring the brilliance that flows from the University of the West Indies at KFL. It's been Taste 2 Week. And so we've been spending a lot of time in the Faculty of Social Sciences. We've been spending a lot of time in the Faculty of Culture, Creative and Performing Arts. And there's a reason for that, because they both intersect so beautifully. Yesterday you had the open day on campus. I hope a number of you took the opportunity to be there to get to know more about the programs and how you can avail yourselves of those programs and how you can really build out your whole regional perspective. And so we continue that discussion this morning by looking at theatre arts, where we have with us right away one of the lecturers in the Department of Theatre Arts and herself. You know the face, but listen to the name. Lisa Amanda Cumberbatch. And I asked her, where does Lisa come from? And you said...
Like it's my new identity, right?
Yes. But good to see you again. Welcome.
Good to see you too, Thursday.
And of course, another familiar face and a very familiar voice that we know in Dr. Christina Hines. You are in the department, you are the head of the Department of, let me get this right, Government, Sociology, Social Work, and Psychology.
I'm the substantive head, yes. I'm on leave, but I'm the substantive head.
That's a lot to manage as well. We'll talk to you a little bit more about that in just a moment. And a couple who have walked the walk, played the game, sang the song, done the thing on stage. Two students of theatre in Kenya Gill, who's from Barbados. Kenya, good morning. You're third year?
Yes, please.
Good. And Patrice Fleming, who's from Nevis. You know, and for those of you who watch, you know that that's one of my favorite spots on earth. I took you by surprise.
Oh my God.
You did not know this?
That took my heart.
I've lived and worked there for a little while, so I understand what it feels like to be in that space as well. So yes, welcome to all of you. Amanda, I'll start with you. Okay. Talk to me about theatre arts and what theatre arts means to our lived experience in the region.
Yes, so as I was just telling you, theatre has been really good to me. I mean, theatre is the study of life, isn't it? You're talking about looking at dramatic literature. So it's when you talk about studying literature and poetry, you're looking at all of life, yes? Mm-hmm. But the lovely thing about theatre arts is that interesting engagement between the dramatic literature and then stagecraft, acting, directing, physicalizing it, making it real. And theatre is a live art form. It's live. If you blink, you miss it. And there's something so lovely about the energy in the theatre when the audience is there sort of encouraging the performers to do well. And when the performers want to do well and get the story told well, that explains why this art form has lasted for thousands of years, yes. You know, in spite of the advent of electricity and film and so on. Theatre will never die. It has its own unique energy.
Because everything we do is theatre. Life is a stage. And so we as actors on that stage, we understand our roles. And because you just shared with me the whole economy of theatre, because they're not just the people we see, the actors, they're sound people, they're lighting people, they're costume people, they're and so is all of that taught, or is that the scope that you share in? She's saying, yeah.
Oh,
so
yes.
I'll let you tell me.
Oh yes. Our facility, first of all, is a state-of-the-art facility. Mm-hmm. We have a wonderful theatre, the Walcott Warner Theatre. I think everybody knows the name.
Yes.
Fully state-of-the-art. It's a I think you have a photo of it that,
yes.
that you can show. It's a 252-seater, but what is wonderful about it is that those seats can retract, and then you have an open floor, and you can make all kinds of shapes. There's the picture inside of the theatre itself, so you can play in the round. You can do proscenium arch style, thrust style. It's a fully staffed theatre, so we've got technical officers for lighting, for sound, a stage manager, AV. Everything is there. So our students are able to benefit from that. We've also got a smaller performing arts studio, a performance studio, where I do most of my teaching, if not all of my teaching. And these young ladies have been in there for 3 years, spent their whole lives in there thus far. So we engage in dramatic literature, in the histories of drama and theatre globally, but with a specific focus on the Caribbean, of course. Looking at it through a decolonizing lens, you know, and when we look at theories, so for instance, how race and theatre intersect, how the position of women or the place of women and theatre intersect. These level 3 students, for instance, have decided to spend the whole year looking at feminist theatre, and they've done one play last semester, and this semester doing another woman's play, and they won't be deterred from it. I say, you sure you want to look at women's plays all year? Yes, you know. We study musical theatre. We study the whole world of stagecraft, acting, directing, stage management, the fundamentals of lighting and sound. So you can get a fully rounded education in theatre at our institution. Now, our theatre program is within the Bachelor in Fine Arts in Creative Arts. So we don't have a BFA in theatre arts per se. The others have their own, you know, there's film, there's dance, that you can do just a special degree in those. But what I like about how we are placed is that it gives our students an opportunity to major in theatre, but also, if they wish, to minor in dance, or to minor in film, or to do a bit of music if they're so inclined. I have a calypsonian in my second year class, a young man. Crystal Cummins Beckles did her BFA in theatre art in creative arts with a focus on theatre. So it positions them to become that thing that we like these days, that triple threat.
Yes, yes.
So I almost don't want to change it, you know, to sort of single out or separate out the theatre arts from everything. Yes.
If you have that it factor, you can formalize it at the University of the West Indies. And so, Kenya, why are you so focused on feminism in theatre this year?
I think it's because our class is all females this year, and it just felt
makes sense.
Yeah, it just felt like the right time, because usually, you know, you hear a lot about male actors and doing certain things, especially in the Caribbean. There's not really a space for females to shine on stage like that. So I think it was good to really not to have us come together and do a play and talk about sometimes how women are treated in society, how women are treated all over the world, and how to really bring that back to ourselves and to help lift us up, but also be very realistic about the realities we have to go through from day to day.
You know how to project. You really have been taught a lot. That's really wonderful. But you know, are you specifically looking at the actor, or are you also in your exploration looking at all of the elements that build that final production that we all engage with?
I'm looking at all, because I came in mainly for acting, but then I learned a lot about stagecraft. I'm doing directing now, musical theatre, and I just realized that, you know, I like being on all sides of it, not just on the stage, but behind the scenes too, because it really gives me so much joy to just be a part of it and feel that energy. So I'm very excited to just do anything, really.
Patrice, what got you excited to be a part of the program in the first place? Because you came from Nevis.
Yeah, to be fair, yeah. Coming into the faculty, I mainly wanted to focus on film, and then I knew with taking film, I had to take an elective. I saw theater, I'm like, okay, let me try Intro to Theater. That was Amanda's class. And as soon as I got in the class, like midway in the semester, I was there like, I really like this, you know. As we were learning more about...
It was so sweet.
I really liked the interactions, and even with everything we did, there was more I was learning about the productions, about my classmates, and me, myself as a person and as an actress. So in that's where I... Not to sound sentimental, but that's where I fell in love with theater. And I was like, okay, definitely, I don't want to just do film now. I want to do film and theater. So 3 years later, here I am.
and there you are still. How many more years do you have?
This is my final year
as well. This is your final year?
Yes.
And you're looking forward to heading back to Nevis with all that you've gathered?
Of course.
What are you going to do with it? Because, you know, there are times that students ask themselves that question. Okay, I've done this. I have the paper. What now do I do?
I definitely want to take all the knowledge and all the experience I've had over the past 3 years and bring it back to Nevis, basically in the school that I went to, performing arts wasn't really established yet in Nevis. It was in St. Kitts, but not in Nevis. I know they really want to introduce that into Nevis, and I know that they probably want me to do that. And I am looking forward to that, introducing that, because growing up, I thought there wasn't a space for performing arts, which is why I wasn't really looking at theater when I came to Barbados. And now that I learned so much more, I realized there's so much that we could do with theater. That theater, as you were saying earlier, theater is in basically anything, everything that you do in life. Even in that first year, we were talking about the rituals we do every day and how the performance we do every day. And I was like, this is really interesting. I can't believe that people don't know this. So,
well, now you have NEPAC, so you have a space you can perform in.
Oh, yeah, for sure, yes.
So the government is waiting on you. And speaking of government, Dr. Christina, in your department, because you do so much, talk to me a little bit about why the connection. I say government, sociology, psychology, all of them are connected in a particular department for a reason.
Well, perhaps it's convenience. That's one of the reasons. But our department, government, sociology, social work, and psychology, it does connect related disciplines. We're all in the Faculty of Social Sciences, and the social sciences are all connected. So government, we deal with political science and international relations, also public policy. And these are very much connected to sociology, social work, and psychology. If we are looking at policy, for instance, public policy, if we look at how people interact with each other, interests and interest aggregation, so those are political science kind of things, they're all connected to society, how we interact with each other. Those who are involved in politics, they will have to deal with a lot of these things. And as we've heard recently, we need more investigation into what is happening in our society and in societies. This is what sociologists do. We need more social workers for sure across Barbados. Kenya is my goddaughter. Her mother's a social worker, so she knows too well what we're talking about here. And we need many of these across our school system, across so many areas in Barbados. And psychology, a very popular program, the most popular program that we have. We know of the mental health challenges that many people have, but people tend to think that psychology is just about that. And there are many branches of psychology, including those that connect quite well with business, for instance. So when you're doing advertising and marketing and thinking about workplace wellness, these are all elements of psychology as well.
Where you sit, when you sit before the microphone, you hear discussions around things that are happening in society. Do you say to yourself sometimes, you guys need a course from the university to help you inform your comments sometimes? And I'm asking that deliberately because people tend to think that when you go to university, you're going simply for the bachelor's degree or any other degree to have a job. But sometimes a course of study is to inform the mind.
Oh, definitely to inform the mind. And if I go back to the department, for instance, we also offer master's programs in e-governance and psychology. But if I go back to the department, there are so many ways in which people don't recognize how the area in which they work is actually linked to some other area. So even those who are involved in business, sociology, for instance, is so important in business when you think about workplaces in some ways as their own communities, as well as the organizations and how people interact with each other in organizations, organizational culture. So sometimes people think about what they do and what they say kind of in a vacuum without appreciating the ways in which there are so many connections to what happens in sociology, what sociological theorists say, what happens in politics as well. People say, I don't like politics, but every day they're talking about politics, every single day.
And so I phrase it like that because I want people to see going to the University of the West Indies is not simply to say, I have no this qualification, I will get this job. Going to the University of the West Indies and taking a course is to inform self, so that you participate in just on everyday activity in a more meaningful way. So that when you pick up the phone to call the call-in programs, you are speaking from a position of knowledge and experience. When you talk one with the other, you're able to share meaningfully to that discussion. And so that's why it's important for anyone at any stage of life to engage with the University of the West Indies. And you find that coming out of that opportunity, you have a greater appreciation for who we are as regionalists. So you understand not just the insular think, but you understand the global think through what we are in the region as CARICOM. And so together we are a powerful force. Courses of studies are available, and so you just need to go to the University of the West Indies website at KFIL, of course, and you'll see for yourself what's available, how you get in, and when you're in there, how you can major and minor and change and chop and out. Patrice said it herself. She started in one thing and thought, boy, I love this one, so I'll stick with this one as well. All of that is possible. It's a platform that builds the Caribbean soul and the Caribbean spirit. And so I think it's time that you take it quite seriously as well. We're looking for applications for the next semester that starts soon. So this is a time, parents, adults, worker, non-worker, for you to take seriously your next stage and to take this opportunity right now to enroll at the University of the West Indies at KFIL, whether it's in theatre arts or in the Department of Government, Sociology,
social work, and psychology.
all of that.
And we're also connected to theatre arts because just listening to them talk about feminism and feminist theatre, a lot of the themes that they draw on in theatre arts really are very much connected to what we do in the social sciences.
Yeah. So you will find, I think, when you enroll in one, that you need to do the other because it's so well connected, and because it's all in one space, it's very accessible indeed. So
if I could add to person, our students also have the opportunity through a partnership we have with the Faculty of Medical Sciences to work as simulated patients. And so we assist in the delivery of medical education, clinical education, emergency medicine, psychiatry. Our students go and work as actors in simulations that they do to make them better at their skills as well. So there are many partnerships that we forge in an interdisciplinary way.
Well done. Well done. Well done all. I'm pleased because I think we've now removed the veil to the University of the West Indies at KFIL, so we get a greater appreciation for what happens there and why it's so important that we do everything to protect this one faculty, well, not one faculty, but this one institution known as the University of the West Indies, and we create global citizens for the world because we have it within us and we have it within the region to be able to do it as well. Amanda, Lisa, thanks. Good to see you yet again. Keep up the great work that you're doing with your students as well, and others in theatre, and creating people who are ready for the stage of life in all so different ways. And Dr. Christina, you as well, because you're patterning us for life through the work that you're doing in your department as well, a greater understanding of government, how policy is created, politics in itself, psychology, social work, all of that. Thank you for that work as well. And to you students, you are poised for wonderful things. I really hope that you're doing a lot with what you're learning, all right?
Of course.
Thank you so much for joining us as well.
Right.
Morning Barbados takes a break here. We're back in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Our world today is not the world God wants it to be. One of the reasons, which will surprise many, is that our planet, its governments, and its peoples are all living under the weight of Satan's rule. From the beginning of mankind's existence to today, human history is the written record of what it means to live under the rule of the devil. Yet that rule is coming to an end, and what a difference that will make.
Every Sunday at 9 a.m. on CBC TV 8, tune in for Tomorrow's World, sponsored by the Living Church of God.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
10.5 minutes now to go to the hour of 7 o'clock. Time for you to look again at your relationship with money, because today we're talking about rewriting your money story and stop saving it for another day. We have with us our life transition coach in Monique Chambers, who comes herself with a lot of experience in all of this. And so Monique, good morning to you.
How are you?
I do well. How do you do?
I'm good. I'm great, actually. Very grateful.
When I think of rewriting, there are two things I think of. Either we find ourselves in a bad place, so we need to change the story, or we need to freshen the story.
Yes.
And so that relationship with money at points in time can vary depending on how people are. So let's talk about what you teach as a life transition coach about our relationship with money.
Yes. So as a life transition coach, there are many different areas that I move between. So a lot of the mindsets that I look into isn't just from a financial lens, but it expands beyond just that area. What it comes down to is, how is your mindset? So if we're going to speak about rewriting your relationship with money specifically, what is your relationship like and how can you rewrite that narrative? So a lot of people are asking for expansion. I want more, I need more, but they're not very rarely looking at, okay, what do I have? Let me take into the fact that every month I've paid my bills. Every month my roof is covered, my electricity is covered, my water is covered. So what I then do as a transitional coach, I bridge the gap of perspective. How can we switch it from a lack mindset to an abundance one with what you already have? Because many people think that stewardship is going to start in the bank account, and actually it starts in your mindset. And doing the coaching I do, it is faith rooted. So I think from that lens, how can we start making you think differently, thinking in abundant terms? So looking at that from a practical lens, taking that example of my bills from, I can't believe I have bills coming out. Yes. I'm nervous about getting paid, right? I'm so grateful that I have bills to pay. I'm so grateful that I have a house. I have electricity that I can watch CBC on, right? I have food in my fridge. I have gas in my car. What that then does is takes everyday things that already exist and allows you to start looking at it through a lens of abundance. So that's one way that I do it. I'm not going to give away all the gems.
Yeah, bills are stressors for a lot of people.
Absolutely.
You're asking me to have a different view of my stressors, my bills, and to look at my whole money journey in such a way that those stressors are no longer a part of my angst, but really are a part of the thing that inspires me every day. And that's a difficult thing to do.
Yes, and it takes practice. Nothing worth having comes easily. Right? So this is something that if you want to rewrite the story, you have to be intentional about. The people I work with are intentional about change. They know I'm not where I want to be. And I want to do something about that. So that's the intentionality right there. So doing something like that, trust me, I still have my times where I get stressed about bills and then I have to catch myself. I flip it. I say, hold on a minute. I'm grateful I have this phone bill to pay. I'm grateful I can connect with family back home. And what that does is when you can plant that in your mind, eventually your heart's going to start changing. And then when your heart can change, your nervous system can change. So you don't get nervous about being paid. You don't get nervous about bills. You feel calm in that. And that calmness is almost like the soil to start planting new seeds of how can I think about my money differently, essentially creating space with what you already have.
We tend to take this way of thinking when we have problems, when we either see the debt collector almost at the step, or we feel the pressure of more needs coming from others as well. And so are you suggesting that we consider rewriting that money story even in good times, or simply wait for the tough times?
I would start doing it before tough times come in. Start making it a practice, because
even in good times.
Even in good times, exactly, because prevention is better than cure. If you can get your mindset already in a place when it's good, you are training yourself, because you don't know when bad's going to happen. If we could prepare for the bad, that would be great. Bad wouldn't happen if we could prepare for it. It might be a hard situation, but we wouldn't have the impacts and the trauma the way that we do as people. So practicing in both, always be grateful when things are great. But when you can be grateful when things aren't as great, aren't as you want it to be, there's power behind that.
Part of the other comment that you make is stop waiting for another day. Stop saving this for another day. Because that's what we do. So again, how do you break through
Yeah.
to get me to stop waiting for another day?
Yeah, so I am Bajan. Even though I'm British, I am Bajan, right? St. Lucie as well.
Really?
Yes.
Sweet.
Maycox. And I have come up in Caribbean culture where you're going to give someone a good perfume and they're going to put it down for years. Wear that perfume today. Wear it today. And I say that because this is how you start training your mind out of lack into abundance. When you stop saving your Sunday best. Now, yes, go to church, look good, but I want you to look good on Monday when you go to work. When you go Spitestown or Bridgetown to do your shopping, dress in a way that you can embody your confidence, because confidence is a part of your success measures. It's a psychological tool that allows you to do the other things that you need to do. So when I say stop saving it, I don't physically just mean the money, but the other attachments we have that might represent lack in our life.
You're so right.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you use the analogy you use, because we often see it with dry rot in shoes. You put it down for that good day, and then when you put it on, the heels, they go somewhere else.
Yes.
So live in the moment. That's what you're suggesting to me. But in that moment, also be conscious of the next moment and what that would require. And so we begin to look again at the narrative of how we have that relationship with our money.
Yes.
And in rewriting, it is rewiring the way we see it and rewiring the way we feel it and think of it.
Exactly.
And that's what you're asking us to do.
Exactly.
Can you give us one little step today that we can try?
I will give you the best step that I can think from the top of my mind. I would say start with, where can I make space to look at things differently? So have a look at all the things that you have going out, all the things that could be stressors, let's say. Write that down in a list, and next to that list, write I am grateful for, whatever it comes in correlation with. So your Netflix subscription, right? We might complain about money, but how many of us will find money for tickets to go crop over events or whatever the case may be, Gold Cup on the weekend? We will find it when we need it, but that's part of what we have called a reticular activating system. So that's our brain filtering out what's important to us. So when you could take that stressor and then put gratitude next to it, then you can focus on either the gratitude side or the stressor side. Focusing on the gratitude side filters through to your brain, this is important. That's where the rewiring will start. That's where your nervous system will start saying, okay, I'm looking at this focus different. It takes practice, but it would be the first step that I would say.
I like that you require us to take an action to write it down.
Yes.
Oftentimes we try to work things out in our minds. And I keep saying it, even in the office, at work, I say all the time, write it down.
Write it down.
In writing it down, it opens up a picture that you in your mind didn't quite see. And so to take that action of writing it down is one good step.
Yes.
And then you write what it is and what you're grateful for as a consequence of what that is.
Yes.
And so then you begin to appreciate its importance or its non-importance. And then you can make some informed decisions.
Then you can make some informed decisions. You might write down all the things you're spending at the minute and say, wait, why am I spending money on this? And then now you have something tangible that you can say, okay, I could save money here, but I've also gained some gratitude. So there's some balance. There's some balance that comes
and that's
with
important.
that.
The balance is what's important indeed.
Exactly.
What an interesting way, Monique, to view life and to view living. We try to, again, we work it out by dollars and cents, but it's a little bit more than dollars and cents.
Absolutely.
It's from the spirit, it's from inside, it's from the heart, it's from understanding why, and in understanding that why, then we can make those informed decisions as to what is important after all.
Yes.
And after all, it is to have that ease of life and not having the stress of wondering where the next will come from, because you've rewritten your money journey. And don't save it to another day. Do as Monique suggested this morning, which is to write something down. Write one of those bills down, whether it is the light bill, the phone bill, the water bill, write it down. Then on the other side of that, you write for what your gratitude as it relates to that particular bill. And then you will see which one wins out. And then that helps you make a decision as to which one shall be eliminated or reduced, or just be appreciated for what it is and not stressing about it because it doesn't worth it anyway. Monique Chambers, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much for having me.
I'm pleased with my first step. Yes. I can't wait to see what the next step possibly could be. So for those watching who want to contact you, how?
I would say the best way, just go to my Instagram. It's monique.talks, and I have a link for everything else there. Yeah.
Monique.talks. talks on socials, and then she'll talk to you from there. Thank you so much.
Exactly. Thank you for having me.
You're very
Thank
welcome.
you.
Morning Barbados breaks here. We're coming back in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb, and together we will travel the world.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it.
Good morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Let's look at the news now. Minister of Legal Affairs and Criminal Justice, Michael Lashley, says he's set on creating a modern crime prevention policy. In a statement, he notes that his job is to work with those charged with criminal reform in this country up to the change of laws. Minister Lashley raised concerns on the heels of multiple murders and gunplay on March the 9th.
That means funding where funding is needed. That means equipment where equipment is needed. That means policy reform. That means research. That means the change or introduction of new laws where new laws are required. And that means modernizing our systems so that our police service and the justice system are fit for the third decade of the 21st century.
The minister is also making it clear that government will be aggressive in carrying out its duty, with an expectation that the Barbados Police Service will match that aggression. He stresses that crime is not limited to any particular age group and says that it will be a serious mistake not to focus on prevention strategy for young people, especially those between the 16 to 25 age group.
When disorder is allowed to take root, breaches of the peace follow. And when breaches of the peace follow, crime grows. And when crime grows, ordinary Barbadians become victims. We cannot accept that, and we will not accept that. This is why I will be working closely with my Prime Minister and my ministerial colleagues on building out an aggressive and modern crime prevention policy. Because if we are serious about fighting crime, then we must be serious about understanding crime.
Barbados Digital Thrust has the potential to generate $2 to $3 billion in new economic value over time. That's according to Minister of Innovation, Industry, Science and Technology, Jonathan Reed. He says through digital transformation, industrial innovation and investment attraction, the intention is to create high-quality new jobs, exports and investment opportunities and productive gains.
We see this moment as a recognition of Barbados has been doing well for itself for a long period of time through traditional industries, tourism, finance, trade, and these sectors will remain vital. But we have a role, we believe, to not only transform these sectors to make them even more efficient and powerful, but to complement them with new engines of growth. The world economy is shifting towards digital platforms, advanced manufacturing, artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, biotechnology, data-driven industries, and Barbados must understand its role in those areas and dominate in those spaces on the basis of our unique strengths. If we are to remain competitive, resilient, and become prosperous, we must build these digital and industrial foundations that allow our people and our businesses to thrive in this new market space.
Speaking during the estimates debate, the minister defended why his ministry is seeking close to $180 million to help execute the mission of becoming a digitally driven economy by 2030.
It reflects MIS's intention of moving from a reactionary to a highly strategic entity. It reflects our firm intent to transform MIS from a ministry that merely maintains systems to one that builds the future. Being better for us means that we become a better technical advisor to the government, a better partner to businesses and innovators, a better project delivery organization, a better policy architect, a better driver of national economic development. This progress will not be measured only by our internal metrics. We operate to serve the public. So this will be measured by impact, by how long systems stay online, by digital services that the citizens now not only receive instantly, but they enjoy receiving, by new economic opportunities for emerging entrepreneurs, by creating new jobs that never existed before for young people, and people want to switch careers.
A major project is being undertaken to improve the quality and durability of our roads. It is being delivered by Director of the Barbados National Standards Institution, Hayden Rind. He says such a project is being spearheaded by the BNSI and is of national significance since many are familiar with the frustration of driving on some roads which are uneven and constantly being repaired. In fact, he admits the condition of roads affect daily lives.
While the repairs on the roads, we see that visible effort, and I commend the teams because oftentimes it is frequent. The most important factors affecting how long our roads last is the quality of the material used to lay the roads. Now, over the years, we have increased pressure on our roads. More vehicles. Heavier vehicles, more importantly. The weather conditions have increased significantly over the past decades, okay? All of these factors place stress on our road surfaces. So we need the science supported by our laboratory testing to develop new mixes which are more adequate for our situation.
Mr. Rind says the BNSI has started to engage stakeholders in discussions surrounding an advanced design mix for asphalt.
Some of the discussions have gone as far to say that we will have rubber, the tires that we use, yes, and PVC as well, and all of these scientific innovations help to strengthen what we need to do in our country given our context.
Regional leaders in technical and vocational education are meeting in Barbados to discuss how skills training can strengthen the Caribbean workforce. The 37th General Meeting of the Caribbean Association of National Training Authorities has brought together delegates from across the region to collaborate on improving training systems and workforce development. The opening session was held at the Accra Beach Resort, where Deanza Roberts was. Unfortunately, we do not have that report to share with you at this time, but we'll take a break here on Morning Barbados. We're back in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources, he'll give you the people. Not only will he equip you with ideas, but he will equip you with favor, as he did Nehemiah.
Turn on the latest episode of Infinite Possibilities, only on CBC TV 8, every Sunday at 1:30 p.m., sponsored by Covenant Life Teaching Center.
Welcome to Nature's Discount, the ultimate health food store. At Nature's Discount, we have thousands of quality products at great prices.
Hi guys, Dottie here with Nature's Discount, and today we are talking about Solar Ray, microbiome, probiotics, and why you should be taking them.
And we have well over 3,000 amazing products to help you get healthy.
For your health tips, tune in to CBC TV 8 every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday for Nature's Discount, sponsored by Get Healthy Incorporated.
Wow, what a feeling inside.
I relate really. I know say chick can't come round here.
That's called Home is a Feeling. It's part of the work created by Barbadian animator Raya King. Raya King, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
You laugh,
yes,
for a
Raya.
reason. Because people make that
Yes.
mistake all the time, right?
All the time. Right.
But it's good to have you
I never
indeed.
get
And
my name right.
yeah, let's talk a little bit about who you are and why you found yourself in Vancouver, Canada, doing what you do.
Yes, of course. So I initially went to BCC and I came from Queen's College. And after receiving my Barbados exhibition, I was like, well, I know I want to be an animator. I know I want to get into design, but things are a bit difficult. How can I navigate this career space? So after getting into Emily Carr, University of Art and Design, I decided to take my career from there. So I did my third year grad film called Pop Down. Hopefully we'll get to play it. It's about Ninja Man and folklore and environmental awareness. And then I went on to create my grad film, which is on world premiere, called Home is a Feeling. So I really just wanted to put Barbados on the map. So I'm all the way in Vancouver. Usually we stop in Toronto and we don't go from there. So we're trying to infiltrate Canada now and get the creative space out there.
You said you always knew this is what you wanted to do. What was it about animation that you can recall inspired you to wanting to do it?
This is sounding like a cliche answer, but everything, even from the stories, how we make the Caribbean come to life. I knew I kind of wanted to show it after watching cartoons as a kid. You know, we would watch, CBC used to show like Arthur and all those old shows. I was like, that's what I wanted to do from then on.
Telling the story of the Caribbean experience, though, because you realize in arrival in Canada, the Caribbean is so small in comparison with the rest of the world. And you set about yourself to do something about that. And in doing something about that, Home is a Feeling, is because I saw scenes of the bus stop, the city stop, and those kinds of things. How challenging has it been for you to be able to say, I want to do this. I want to be able to achieve these things that represent where I'm from?
I'm not going to lie to you, it's very challenging. Canada, and if you don't know, there's a very, very small minority of the Caribbean population out here, especially in Vancouver. So for me to really discuss these topics and narratives with like my classmates, my teachers, for example, no one kind of knew what I wanted to do. My discussion was always explaining, even from the top of my hair, the color of my skin, everything. So it's been a very challenging journey, but very worthwhile. I would say once you see each other, you're like, oh, I see you. So it's good to get our culture out there.
And you're pushing through and you're doing it very well and representing us through animation. We see animation, right? And give us some secrets as how that works. Is it that you look at regular body forms and just add this animation to it? How do you do it?
Oh, well, that's a complex process. I would say animation is one of the most difficult things you could possibly want to do. From my designers out there, animation is another level. So basically every frame that you see on the TV, you have to draw it. So I always say it's like drawing 1,000 paintings all the time. So you have to line it out, you have to paint it, you have to do the same things as you're creating a painting, but you have to replicate that like 10,000 times for it to show movement. So you start with the drawing, you start with the idea and concept, but to make it move, you can look at references of people drawing, but you really have to have that head knowledge of how things look in real life. So yeah.
And because it's like that, it's consistency that has to be important. And you have to stay on it so that you don't yourself create that glitch that causes people to think, she's not thinking straight. And so this came from your studies. This came from, where did you study the art of animation and animation design?
So I studied art of animation design at Emily Carr in Vancouver, BC. But those were based on my studies at BCC, studying graphic design, and then a year of fine arts. So I had a year of practice. I really honed in my color and storytelling. I would say if you want to be an animator, you really have to know how a story is going to look on the screen, because that's what you're doing. You're telling a story. So at Emily Carr, I really honed in on the techniques, like how fast things go, movement, body control, mechanics, but yeah, they're based on all the different facets of art.
You seem as though you've really explored this enough to know what you want to do get out of it. But is this a passion project out of which you're making a career, or is this something that you intended from the beginning to have a career in?
I think, yes, I intended for it to be a career. In art, necessarily, you don't necessarily know where you're gonna land exactly. But I always knew I wanted to make a career out of animation and design. So right now I'm an animation design artist. I focus on the visual aspects of it. I love animation, but it is very, very task heavy, and you can really get a bit demanded from it. So I decided, I love creating the story. Let me focus on the design aspect. So that's what I'm currently doing. But I always focus on the Caribbean storytelling at the forefront. So that's where I intersected my career. And now I focus on bringing Barbados and Caribbean and indigenous stories to light.
To be seen and heard, and what is the scope then for employment through all of this? Or do you have to end up being the one who creates her own stories and to do her own thing?
I mean, you can do whatever. With art, that's one thing about the career, the possibilities are endless. So you can choose to be your own self-directed animation director. You can choose to get your own funding through grants or maybe the government. As someone who was on a Barbados exhibition scholarship, the government helped me fund my tuition. So you can try to find those facets of funding because it is quite an expensive endeavor if you do want to get into it. But you can also focus on program design, be a program manager for animation. You can do so many things with animation. That's why I also love the career as well. So right now I'm juggling many different things, but they're all bringing me so much joy.
Wow. That's one word I have to use, wow. Because when we look at the screen and we see the look, the quality of your work is phenomenal. It's really, really good, and it's coming and it's flowing from you and your imagination and what you believe is possible, and then doing it. They're playing Love You by iWeb on your animated iPhone. And so talk to me. You talk about your favorite media is Spider-Verse. What is that?
Yes. So if you didn't know, The Spider-Verse was one of the first movies to really bring a Black character to the forefront in terms of animation and blending those two concepts together. So I would definitely recommend watching it. I don't have a poster up, unfortunately, on my lovely wall, but The Spider-Verse is a really big show that you should watch right now.
Oh, it's a show. Thanks for,
it's
thanks
a
for
movie.
educating this old boy. So that is what you prefer to do. And so one online is saying to you, this film by Raya is so moving, it touched my heart. And that's the kind of comment you left. Roosevelt is echoing me in saying, wow. Can you see the comments on the screen as they come up as well?
Yes, I can see them.
So
Thank
our
you,
social
guys.
media is popping up because people are commenting about what they've seen, just a little glimpse of what they've seen. The piece that you have, Home is a Feeling, how are you marketing that? How do people get access to seeing your work, your body of work so far?
Oh, good question. So Home is a Feeling is on world premiere, meaning you don't have public access to it, but you can view it by going to one of my film festivals screening around the world. So it just showed in Hawaii, Cleveland, Spokane, and I'm trying to get it into Europe, but we'll see. And it might show at the Barbados Film Festival if it gets selected, but Pop Down is showing in Trinidad and Tobago this summer. So you can see my film in the different aspects of the Caribbean. But yeah, you put it out to film festivals, they would display, and then I'll put it on premiere sometime next year.
It is amazing what you've been able to do so far. I see the shadows of the characters as they go. You know what I'm talking about, because that's life, that's living, light and shadows.
Yes.
How hard is that to do?
It depends on the varying aspects. So if you want a little bit of shadow, you just draw that yourself. But if you want it to move with the character, you'll have to go into a more technical aspect of animation where you would go into the nodes and the functionalities to get the form to duplicate. And then you can replicate a shadow from there. But I'm not going to get into the technicalities of it all.
Sounds like a lot, for real. Sounds like a lot. And so what's next for you, Raya?
Well, what's next? We're going to see if we want to create more short films. Right now, I'm working with an animation studio, and we're trying to get the Black experience out there in Atlanta. But my biggest thing is I really want to give back to the Bajan community. I want to see how we can boost the animation narrative in Barbados. So that's where I'm trying to go from here. But it's a ways to go, but we'll get there eventually.
We'll get there eventually. And so one recognition from one of our social media commenters was that it is non-existent in Barbados, but you've created the opportunity to crack the window open wider
Yes.
and let it
We'll
flow
try.
right through. led by you, Raya King. You've been doing tremendous work. I thank you for joining us today because you've made this little old boy so proud of the creativity that flows from you, the work that you've done with Pop Down on show in Trinidad and Tobago, and we're hoping Home is a Feeling is taken up by the BIM Film Festival, so we ourselves here on Island can get to see a lot of your work.
Exactly.
But how can we find you on socials? Are you on socials at all?
I am on socials. You can find me at Peachy Rai with 2 E's at the end. You can just look me up online, Raya King. You'll find my LinkedIn and my website, I think, Raya King, Vancouver, BC. So, yeah.
I really hope people reach out because whether you're in marketing, advertising, programming, whatever, she has a talent to bring a different perspective to what you're hoping to tell and put out to the rest of the world through animation. And so as an animation designer, I think you're one that we need to touch base with real soon to change
I would love to talk to you.
Yeah, the look and feel of what we do as well. I think you're doing phenomenal work, and I thank you for what you're doing. I'm sure your parents are watching, and they're also beaming proudly because look at their girl. Look at their girl. She is really taking on the world and making a mark for herself. And that's all the parent wants, that they know that they've built a child who is reaching out and making a success on their own. That's what you're doing, Raya. And for Barbados, we say thank you. Proud of you, Chuchi Mama. You know what this is? Do you know that
That's my sister.
There it is. There it is.
Love you.
That's so inspiring. Love to see
Yes.
young people following their dreams. That's from Reginald Gibbs. And you can get a chance to read all these comments when we send you the film again to see it for yourself. But Pearson, she is really a big thing. That's what Roosevelt is saying as well. Big thing you are. Barbados is immensely proud of you. Thank you, Raya.
And I love Barbados, so that's what I'm trying to do.
Well done. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye. All right, folks, that's it. Boy, are we inspired right now by all of this? And we have more inspiration to share with you in just a moment.
Benjamin, what are you here doing? Look! Look at the turtles. They're dying.
And what?
I know you. We recycling this here.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, depressed, or lonely and have no one to talk to, call Lifeline Barbados. We all face struggles at times in our lives. You're not alone. There's no need to feel ashamed or embarrassed. It's okay to reach out for support. Lifeline Barbados is completely confidential. No one else will know you called. They're there to offer a caring ear and guidance without judgment. And fellas, I want you to know asking for help is a true sign of strength. It takes real courage to reach out. You can also call Lifeline Barbados if you're worried about loved ones who are struggling and you need advice on how to support them. There's a saying, a problem shared is a problem halved, but not everyone has someone they can confide in. That's why Lifeline Barbados exists, to be there for you or someone you care about during tough times. Save this number. Lifeline Barbados is just a call away.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
24 minutes after 7 o'clock. This is a big year for the Boy Scouts Association of Barbados, and so we're happy to have with us this morning the Deputy Chief Commissioner of the Barbados Boy Scouts Association and the Regional International Commissioner. Oh, beyond the region. International Commissioner, the Reverend Martin Taylor, my friend, and he came... You can see the knees, right? I love that. Is this your uniform?
Yes, it is. One of them.
One of them. And it's always shorts?
No, I wear long pants as well.
Okay.
So this is what the founder would have worn.
Okay, I got you. You know I like to tease you, so here we go. And also with him is the Youth Commissioner of Barbados Boy Scouts Association and Platinum Awardee in Rondell Trim. Rondell, good morning to you as well.
Good morning.
What is the Platinum Award? What were you recognized
So the
for?
Platinum Venture Scout Award is the highest award in the youth section of the Boy Scouts Association. So it's just like a combination of like all my skills, I guess, being put on the test within the organization, and I guess they were satisfied with what I had to offer, and I would have gotten the award last Sunday at the Founders Day service.
So now there's lots of expectation from you.
Yes, for sure.
All right, good. Glad to be holding to that. So, Rev Martin, let's talk a little bit about this anniversary. It's 114 years of Boy Scouts in Barbados, and it's a significant enough milestone that you've done a lot of stuff. What have you been doing so far for this memorial of really what is a milestone?
Well, during Scout Month, we had our Founders Day service, which was held last Sunday at the Abundant Life Assembly. We thank the members of the church for hosting us. And between the Founders Day service and the Sunday prayer, we awarded the young people in the association for their great work. Each section, there's the highest award in each section. So for the Beavers, there's a Chief Scout Bronze Award. 17 persons were awarded that one. In the Cub section, there is the Mahogany Award, and 23 Cubs received that award. In the Scout section, there's the Chief Scout Award, and 6 boys received that award. And in the Venture section, the oldest group, Rondell, received his. So as you can see, as you go up the tiers, the numbers get smaller because the work becomes harder.
Yes, yes.
So we awarded those. We had our church service where the president was there. He's our patron. So we have our yearly service. We assemble in Botanical Gardens. We marched through the Bush Hall community, had our service, and we marched up Botanical where we discharged, and we had some fun time with each other. So wonderful Sunday. So Scout Month continues with some other events as well.
That was a spectacular march. I mean, I saw and I thought, wow, you guys looked good. In terms of the future of scouting, how comfortable are you with the number of people who are being recruited into Boy Scouts Association? Or what do you need?
Our need is for volunteers and male volunteers. The president, as one of his main goals, he is really keen on pushing uniform organizations. And he's invited the association to tour with him when he tours secondary schools. For example, I visited with him when he went to Ellerslie, and he's keen on having the staff at the schools help us to form troops. So we got a volunteer from Ellerslie as a male staff member to form a troop there. So we need your support. We need volunteers. We need male volunteers to help shape these young men that we're molding.
Who are you looking for? Any male or certain kinds? What the character of the individuals that you're looking for? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Well, this is a place where we're shaping the lives of young men. So we just want persons who has any skill or talent that they can offer. Who has some time that they're willing to give back. We provide all the training. So you just need to provide us with a willing body.
I got you. Once you have the will to make a difference in the lives of our young men and young people, then make yourself available to the Boy Scouts Association. That's what you're saying.
Yes, please.
How can we do so?
You can contact us. You should find us on our social media accounts. If there is a Cub Pack or troop close to you, you can also contact us through them. If your school wants to open a troop or Cub Pack, you can contact the association. So there are various ways of doing that.
How involved as a volunteer will I be, though? How much time are you really, or is it up to me to work out with you?
It is up to you. You can become you can be a helper. You can, if you have a skill, for example, if you're having our TV presenter badge, for example, Pearson might be the tester.
Have it.
So therefore, it all depends on the time you're willing to give. There's always space for you.
Okay.
If you don't want to be a follow-up leader, there's several tiers of volunteer that you can do.
Right. And I'm glad you said it like that, because I want people watching to know that you have, whatever amount of time you have, with the skills that you have, just volunteer. Just volunteer. So find out on socials how to do so, and make yourselves available to the Boy Scouts Association of Barbados. Rondell, talk to me about being a Boy Scout and rising to the level that you are as a youth commissioner, and what happened between there to really excite other young people to come and do what you're doing.
Well, I started in this association, I think, around 6. So that was when I attended the Bay Primary School. I just used to watch initially. I think I started the organization a bit early because I think I was watching it for about 2 years.
And my club Skold leader was just like, okay, just come. So I think initially I was supposed to start in Infants B, and I started in Infants A. So then I went on to the base Scout troop after the Cub Scout troop, and I think it was really then that it cemented my involvement in the Boy Scouts Association. My Scout leader, who's passed at this point in time, he was just a father figure to me. And I think he was a father figure to everyone who was in the organization as well. So we did a variety of activities within the Scout troop that really made sure that I stayed there. I think we did like kayaking, like paddleboarding, a lot of like sea activities, and we did hiking, like backwards cooking. So I learned a lot of skills in the organization. But then I also got the opportunity to travel as a Scout as well. Through Scouting, I went to Dubai, Colombia, Curacao, and I just been like around the world, and there's more opportunities for me to travel as well as I continue within the organization. So I've done like a lot of activities. I've made like a lot of friends within the organization, etc. And it's really just molded me into the person that I am today. And that's kind of what made sure that I continued along the path of Scouts, and I got to where I am now. So as Mr. Taylor would have said previously, there's a wide range of awards that we could get through the Scouting organization, and I just endeavored to ensure that I got each one of them as I went tier to tier. So I did get the Mahogany Award in Cub Scouts, then I went on to get the Chief Scout Award, then the Barbados Venture Gold Award, and now I guess finally after about 20 years I've gotten the Platinum Venture Scout Award.
Wow. As youth commissioner, what are you required to do?
I think when leadership changed within the organization, one of the things that the organization decided to focus on was ensuring that the Boy Scouts Association remained youth-centric. I think with changing times and with the needs and the wants of young people changing, the organization realized that it has to evolve along with society. So I'm really just to make sure that they have the adequate like perspectives and the opinions of young people, so that if the young members need anything or want anything, or there is some need that they are not sure of, I can be the voice for the organization. So it's really just to bring young people to the table, and I serve as a representative.
Well done. So you are the next in line, so to speak. I'm saying.
You could say that, yes.
I want to talk to you, Reverend Martin, about the National Scouts Town Hall meeting. Are you having that still?
Yes, we have that every year. This year we're having it again. It gives an opportunity for all the stakeholders in Scouting to come and share their perspectives. This year it can be a hybrid event. You can participate online or come to your headquarters if you so register, and you can participate there as well. And it gives everybody a chance to share, to discuss, to bring new ideas, just to brainstorm on what we're going to do for you next year in the movement.
Right. So, and that's open to Scouts?
Anybody who's a stakeholder.
Or once you're a stakeholder in what the Boy Scouts Association.
Sponsored authorities, Friends of Scouting, anybody with a general interest, you can come and share your perspectives with us.
All right, great. So the town hall meeting, yes, is coming up, and it allows for open dialogue, sharing of it. Look at your screen, ladies and gentlemen. That's the National Scout Town Hall meeting on the 15th at 3:30 for all members, associate members, and partners of the Boy Scouts Association. And so we really want you to be there. You can email headquarters@barbadosscouts.org, and you get to know a whole lot more details about how you can be a part of it. It's hybrid, so either online or in person. In person is so much more meaningful.
Yes, it is.
So I want you to come and show up, and it's going to be at your headquarters?
Yes, Scout headquarters, Colin Rock.
Right, so that's important to show up in the National Town Hall meeting as we plan for the next stage of scouting in Barbados. It's a very important meeting to be had. I also heard that they're postponing of the police band concert?
Yes, so because of some logistics concerns outside the scope of the association, we were forced to postpone the event, but we're working with the police band to find their next available date. We'll plan, and of course you'll know when the event is being posted.
All right, so we're not missing it. They're going to plan it again, but soon, so just make sure that you make yourselves available to this. A part of it, what you've done as well is leaving your legacy through tree planting.
Yes.
Which is something I think is phenomenal to have done. When was that and what happened?
We planted, the Chief Scout, Sir Marson Gibson, planted a tree on Tuesday after the the service, and he does that every year.
Okay.
So maybe for the past, I think 6 or 7 years, he's been planting a tree, and most, if not all of them, are still growing.
Good.
And we're having several green initiatives. So doing that is a part of what we're doing naturally, and going with the government's intention of planting those million trees.
Yes. Rhonda, what plans do you have as youth commissioner that you can share with us this morning for the younger scouts, so that they are confident that there is a plan for them as well?
I think as youth commissioner, one of the most important things for me is just to ensure that the activities and the events that we have in Scouts is really focused on things that persons want to do. I think to make sure that persons are retained within the organization, or young people feel as though they have some level of ownership in the organization, persons do need to be listening to them. And sometimes young persons have ideas that are kind of disconnected from the ideas that older leaders may have. So it's just for me to be on the ground, be with my peers, be in the troops, like be at activities, hear what they have to say from beavers all the way to ventures, and be able to really give that information to the persons above me, so that when events do come out, it's something that they would ask for and something that they then will enjoy. So it's primarily just to ensure that when Scouts talk, or when they voice their opinions or voice the things that they want to do, that I am there to listen and I can properly relay this information to the persons above me. So that's my main priority.
Scouting in Barbados is still strong. This is fantastic. What I've noticed is that a number of people who've been in scouting remained in scouting. They have not left it at all. And that's the value to the person that scouting has given. And I want to encourage those of you parents watching that, allow your children, allow your boys to join the Boy Scouts Association of Barbados. It is doing them good. Look at Rondell. Look at Martin. Look at what they've done for him. And look at some of the other leaders as well that you will find around the compounds and around the places. But we're looking for volunteers. So if you've been in scouting, you found yourself a little distant from it now, maybe this is the time for you again to volunteer. You have the experience, you have the time, contact the Boy Scouts Association of Barbados. If you're in business or any endeavor in Barbados, but you have not been in scouting, so what? They're looking for volunteers as well. Your time is what they require of you. You can decide how much of your time you're prepared to spend and in what ways that you can give back to the Boy Scouts Association of Barbados. I want to encourage you to reach out as soon as possible. Is there any other activity, Martin, coming up that we want to let people know about, that they can be, apart from the town hall meeting, that they do show up in support of the Boy Scouts? No other pressing activities. We just need your support. Encourage your children, as you were saying, join a troop, help a pack. Encourage a youngster in your community. One of your members who from the amateur radio, he was a scout. He was commenting when he saw me coming in as he left. So just share your memories of scouting, and that would encourage someone to want to join or let their ward or child join. Good, because I know some of your people are going to the same Barbados Amateur Radio Society tomorrow. Yes, we had an invitation. Brilliant. Well done. Well done. I'm really pleased with the work you're doing. Again, Mornin Barbados will help you on this, so always stay in close contact with us, all right? Thank you, sir. And congratulations, Rondell, on your achievements as well. And to all of you who received awards in the recent awards ceremony put on by the Boy Scouts Association of Barbados, congratulations to all of you. But we're looking for more of you to give your time by volunteering to be a part of the efforts of the Boy Scouts Association of Barbados. So do please reach out on socials. They will reach back out to you, and let's make a difference in the lives of our young men in Barbados. Morning Barbados takes a break here. We're coming back with more in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Week after week, Skold presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution grabs the viewer with extraordinary images and stories and takes him into fascinating worlds which he experiences here exclusively and up close. We're there when companies and specialists develop super satellites for a global network in space and can look behind the scenes. Skold is a window to everything that is there or is yet to come. Fly with us through time to better understand today and tomorrow. You've always wanted that. Skold, a look into the future.
Our world today is not the world God wants it to be. One of the reasons, which will surprise many, is that our planet, its governments, and its peoples are all living under the weight of Satan's rule. From the beginning of mankind's existence to today, human history is the written record of what it means to live under the rule of the devil. Yet that rule is coming to an end, and what a difference that will make.
Every Sunday at 9 a.m. on CBC TV 8, tune in for Tomorrow's World, sponsored by the Living Church of God.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oistins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb, and together we will travel the world.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources. He'll give you the people. Not only will He equip you with ideas, but He will equip you with favor, as He did Nehemiah.
Turn on the latest episode of Infinite Possibilities, only on CBC TV 8, every Sunday at 1:30 p.m., sponsored by Covenant Life Teaching Center.
Welcome to Nature's Discount.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Hola, Ile. 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 Hola,
Ile. Listen, whether spoken loudly or softly, Ola Ile is here with us on the set of Mornin Barbados today. And it's new to a number of you, but it's going to be new better to a whole host of you very, very soon indeed. And so it's all part of the Barbados Arts Festival. The Barbados Arts Festival, as you know, happens in March all the time, and it's on, ladies and gentlemen. And there's so much to talk about, so much to share with you through the expression of the arts in Barbados. And so, with me is the founder, the cultural director, the everything Barbados Arts Festival in Andrea King. Good morning, Andrea.
Yes, thank you for having me again. Good morning, Pearson. Good morning, Barbados.
And good morning, welcome indeed. And everybody knows Onika. Good morning to you, Onika.
Great Happy New Day to you, Pearson.
I was saying to you that just, oddly enough, Andrew, just to say we were talking about you, I hope you were sneezing, coughing, something, because we were discussing you and your contribution to music in Barbados, just upstairs in the music department, in the radio department. And it's just so funny that here you are sitting with me this morning with your drums as always.
Yes. That's divine order.
A divine order indeed. True. And another very good friend of mine, Cecile, good morning.
Good morning, Pearson.
You doing well?
So happy to be here.
Thank you so much indeed.
Thank you.
You're part of Ola Ile. I could say it too.
Yes.
What is Ola Ile?
Take it away.
Take it away.
Ola Ile is a Yoruba word, and it signifies royalty, wealth, health. It's
dignity.
Yes, dignity. It's like humanity, really.
Yeah.
It's a
from a feminine perspective.
Yeah, exactly. And ancestral wisdom.
Yes.
As well.
Wow, because all of that flows.
It's all females in the drum, in this African drumming group. And when we came together, when I first put the call out for the Drum with a Purpose workshop, I got over 100 responses.
Oh.
And I thought with the rate of attrition, I would probably end up with about 10. But we actually ended up with about 20 people actually coming to the drum studies every Sunday at Convemere School. And the 20 whom we are left with have formed the Drum Sisters Collective. And out of the Drum Sisters Collective is the professional arm of women who want to play African drums as a profession or as another revenue stream. And so we're making our debut on Saturday, March 14th at the Convemere School in the Bridgetown International Arts Festival.
Thank you. Thank you.
7 o'clock. Actually, you have to be seated by 10 to 6 because our entrance is going to be so dramatic that you have to come and sit down in your seat by 6:45.
I like that. It's going to be a dramatic entrance indeed, but thanks for the correction as well.
Yes.
But who would have thought over 100 people stepping forward and saying, I want to do drum? That must have been surprising.
It was very surprising, and because it was all female, everybody who emailed was female.
Wow.
And there were a number of mothers who wanted to do it as mother and daughter or wanted it as an activity for their female daughters. Lots of adult women, up to this morning, said to, right here in your green room, said that they would be interested in learning to play drums. And so there is a real need for it.
The drum has always been a part of our messaging, as part of our culture.
Yes.
It's the way we not just bonded, but we messaged as well. And so Cecile, being a part of this collective now, talk to me a little bit about what you've learned about the culture, what you've learned about you through the expression of drum.
Well, the thing is, I have always wanted to drum. It's always in my DNA, really and truly. So when I had the opportunity then, and I got the call to come, I was like, wow, this is fantastic. Now, I am actually going to be doing percussion this time around. So I brought my triangle to give you a little something. I'm doing the maracas as well.
Yes.
And you know what, Pearson? The unity we have together as a sisterhood is just so amazing. There are varying ages in the group, but we all have one focus, one mind, and that is what is so special about it. So we're really excited to bring this to Barbados, bring it to the world, bring it to the world, really and truly. So
yeah, because it is the international debut of Ola Ile, Barbados' first all-female African drumming group. But within that group, a lot of people who responded to the call said they wanted a sisterhood. That was the theme that came through, and I'm glad that Cece mentioned it just now. That communing of like-minded people who are not concerned with the material things and bills, and is let's come and be women and be other selves, you know, be women and girls to and for ourselves through the drum, and that really has it went beyond my expectation, to be quite honest.
Let me tell you, Saturday is going to blow your mind, ladies and gentlemen. Saturday is going to be big indeed. And remember, you have to get there early for the dramatic entry. I just wanted to call you Blacklist also bad. You know, they only can know that the other name has gone forward to my mind. I'm watching you cradle your drum. I rock
like a baby,
your drum, you know, and I'm thinking to myself, the connection of you to your drum is spiritual in itself.
Yeah.
And that's what you're teaching the young ladies as well who are part of the collective, right?
Yes,
Hola,
yes.
ole, yeah.
Yes, I am the tutor, and I call them my adults because they're absolutely awesome to teach. They're very opinionated, and you know, I love that.
Yes.
Because I get to learn too, and that's what it's all about. It's supposed to be reciprocal, and so I'm enjoying it like to a T. I'm really enjoying it, and what I love about it as well, I'm able to explain drumming on a spiritual level and on a healing level, because drums are really for healing the body. It's also our first like communication. So other than communicating, it's supposed to heal the body. There are rhythms that help to heal. There are rhythms that make you happy. There are rhythms that make you sad. There are rhythms that make you reflect. There are rhythms that make you forget. There are rhythms that make you go forward to the future. You know, it's a connection. So because I'm teaching adults now, I can speak these things and they understand, because I cannot speak to my little ones. My little ones is like, you know, settle down, settle down, settle down, settle down, settle down.
I get you, I get you.
And with adults, it's like, so what do you think about here? If, you know, if I put this here and, well, maybe, and, you know, they have their opinions, and so we get to learn.
Exchange.
So it's been really good for me, because I think that life is a learning process, and I always love to learn something new every day. So if I can learn something new every day, I mean, even if it's just one thing, I love it. So this cradling of the drum now is from Daddy, because what I'm doing when I'm tutoring Daddy's style and my style from Daddy's style.
Yeah, and Daddy, by the way, is El Verno del Congo.
Right, that's El Verno del Congo.
Yes.
And so I get to pass on the knowledge that he gave me, and then the knowledge that him and I talked about that he already had, that I didn't know he had, because he always used to say to me, you know everything. You know. So, you know, now as life goes on, I'm learning that, you know,
wow.
I didn't.
You already
He was right.
And so the international debut of
Ola Ile.
Thank you. Will be
Ile.
this Saturday in the Commonwealth School Hall.
Yes.
You have to get there really early. There's a dramatic entry. And so we'll give you some more details about where tickets are and how you can be and what else to expect on the Bridgetown International Arts Festival calendar of activities right after this break.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Welcome to Nature's Discount, the ultimate health food store. At Nature's Discount, we have thousands of quality products at great prices.
Hi guys, Dottie here with Nature's Discount, and today we are talking about Solar Ray Microbiome Probiotics and why you should be taking them.
And we have well over 3,000 amazing products to help you get healthy.
For your health tips, tune in to CBC TV 8 every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday for Nature's Discount, sponsored by Get Healthy Incorporated.
98.1 The One, your number one party station. With an audience from 18 to 40, we keep you engaged, energized, and entertained. Choose 98.1 FM, The One.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, depressed, or lonely, and have no one to talk to, call Lifeline Barbados. We offer
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
You know, time goes so swiftly. We only have 6 more minutes. The Bridgetown International Arts Festival is on this month, and there's a lot of activities. We just shared with you what's happening on Saturday. And so, Andrea, how can we get in?
Well, ticket links.
Mm-hmm.
You pay at the door. And Ticket Links also has satellite offices, Seoul, Warrens, Rubis in Wildy, and Impact at Sky Mall.
Okay.
So those are other outlets, or you can pay at the door or buy online. I also want to say that sharing the stage with us on Saturday in the drum and dance, because traditionally in the festival, dance is our signal event and happens usually first after the Caribbean Fine Arts Fair, which launched last night, by the way. We have Dimension Elite, led by Demiko Newton, an exciting emerging choreographer. There's Powerhouse Academy of the Arts, led by Tanisha Gibbons, and there is Naweza Dance Movement, with whom led by Kiana Hall, operating from the Christ the King Community Center in Rockdunda. And Naweza Dance Movement and Ola Ile are forming a relationship because they are princesses, young queens, who Miss Hall is helping to guide them on their way. And so we decided that we would want to be the drummers for them when they are dancing.
Nice.
So when we get to that stage, we will have that relationship with Naweza. So they're performing with us, as is Dimension Elite and Powerhouse Academy. And the next day, the Sunday, is a skating competition, quad skates only, unfortunately. But quad skates only, but we have a big quad skate family in Barbados, and that roller skating competition is taking place at the George Street Auditorium because it has the space and it's indoor.
Right.
And
the surface.
And the surface, absolutely, because you know surfaces are important for four-wheel skates. And that starts at 7 o'clock. You pay at the door. I think that's $20. But you could check our Facebook page, Bridgetown Arts Festival. Bridgetown Arts Festival.
Yes, adults 20, children 10.
Yes, thank you. I didn't keep those details in my head. And then the 15th, which is Sunday, also starts Orators Experience. That's a week of orating, spoken word, storytelling, produced by Cindy Celeste, our foremost young female poet. And she has a signal event called One Mic Only. That's next Saturday, but she'll be around along to talk about that herself.
Right.
And then on the 22nd, which is next Sunday, another event in the festival I'm particularly excited about is Raise the Roof. And that's raising funds for using classical music to help raise funds for the St. Mary's Church roof. Reverend Joseph King, he kindly consented to help it, to us, helping him to raise money for the church for the roof. And so that concert is going to take place the 22nd on at 4 o'clock. Dominic Serraro, classical pianist, he's going to talk about He's going to talk about that when he comes as well. And then on the 27th, Romancia Murray, Yohanje, Daniel, Kinaz Walker, Tyree Aline, Kayla Wall, Sienna Love, Andrea Orlando. Did I forget anyone?
Aaron Watson.
Oh my gosh!
Is he coming from Florida still?
We are working really hard to get a cheap flight. So if there's anybody there who wants to sponsor a ticket for a musician from Florida, contact me. And Aaron is a fantastic saxophonist. He's Barbadian, doing wonderful things with his group Pharaohs of Funk in Florida. And so we hope that he can get here on time. You know, but so the festival, exciting because we have a new product, if you will, Ola Ile, all-female African drumming. And we have the roller skates. And we have the Bonafide classical music concert. So the festival is building out quite nicely. Can I say that Saturday, March the 14th is 7 years to the day of the first edition of the festival.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's been a lot of hard work. It's a labor of love. We do not get a lot of corporate sponsorship. Bridgetown Duty Free has been faithful in assisting us. This year we've had
I can't go into all of that.
Oh, right.
But, but big thanks to all who've lent their support to the Bridgetown International Arts Festival.
Yes.
And, of course, go to the social media platform.
Bridgetown Arts Festival.
Right.
And Ola Ile 246.
And you'll see everything. But Saturday night, for that dramatic entry, you've got to be there at the Congress Hall. Ola Ile! There you go. Thank you so much for joining us. All the best with the festival. Of course, as you've said, we get more details as they come. We'll share it with all of you who are viewing indeed. So thank you.
Thank you for having us.
And thanks to all of you as well for joining me today. My little crew joins me in saying to all of you, have a great today. By the will of the Lord, we'll see you tomorrow. Hola, Ile.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up. Good morning.